Okay, so I was waiting to get the Thor set for I could compare them with the box set. That's why I've been waiting to do this video. And when you do a box set, there's nothing worse than that YouTuber that opens this thing up and reviews them one at a time. It's a box set. You need to review this whole thing at once because you don't want to watch one toy every day for a week or one figure every other day for 2 weeks. Like you want to get through it. You want to see the box set as a box set. And normally boxes, packages, I don't really care much for them. Whenever they do these con exclusives, they usually do come in a pretty cool package. So we'll just go over that right now. First off, the sleeve comes right off, or supposed to. And then it's got like this stop sign shape, and this is really an awesome package. And this package is going to look really awesome when it's in my garbage can. So here's how it opens up. There's the set. Just crack this thing open and get this package in the trash. Alright, so this video is going to be one of those videos where I get that Google ad warning. And let me tell you why. It's because this Thor box set is fucking awesome. And when I say fucking awesome, I mean it's fucking awesome right now. Not a year from now when they remake all these toys and basically one of these is like the only figure that you really needed because they're going to make a better version of them later. I mean it's pretty fucking awesome right now because you got 5 characters that you need in your collection, 5 characters that you don't have in your collection. So that's why this thing is pretty fucking awesome. First off, we got this boar over here. First time you've ever gotten him, definitely probably the last time you ever get him. I can't even see him coming out in a redo. This Ulik, hopefully that doesn't come out and build him someday. Both these figures standing right under 8 inches. The Thor is about 7.5 inches tall, unworthy Thor. That's why he's swinging that axe. The Malekith, I'm pretty sure that's the sword that cut off that arm. And then you got this bitch. Come on, man. Like, there's no way that's Thor to me. Just because you were worthy enough to suck his dick doesn't mean you're worthy enough to swing that hammer. Alright, so I pulled out a few other characters for a comparison. Right next to her is the Thor from the Thor wave with the Build-A-Figure Hulk. And I have to tell you, don't buy that wave. It is not worth it. Buy the Hela, and that's pretty much all you need, and I'll explain why. But first, let's go over this. So the boots are the same. The wrap is a different color. The pants are exactly the same. Her little skirt, different color. And pretty much everything from here on up is the same. The hair is a different color. The cape is a different color. And then the coolest thing about these two is this one comes with the clear blue hammer, and then hers is just silver. So get the Thor box set. Don't get the Thor wave. Especially don't get her. You don't need that piece for that Hulk because everybody else is making a better one. And then starting down here we have Enchantress, Angela. So you see they're quite a bit taller. And then Valkyrie over here. And why couldn't the Valkyrie in the movie look like one of these two? I don't know why they have to change everything. Now I know that this figure is basically the same as the figure standing right behind him, but that doesn't really matter because they added on a little skirt. It's super soft plastic. It works really well. Then he's got his little double fanny pack here. That's also cool. Throw on some gauntlets. Got some new shoulder pads. Little necklace, and the head is brand new. Not to mention he comes with this amazing sword. So this guy, he's a character we need in our collection for a really long time. This is what the guy in the movie was supposed to look like, although I thought that the guy in the movie looked really cool too, so I'm glad they did that, but we just didn't get a toy of it. But we did get a toy of the comic book version finally, and I'm really glad that they did. So this Thor box set is worth picking up for just for this figure alone. Like, it's really good to have this figure in your collection. Okay, so here's this unworthy Thor next to the young Thor. We'll start at the bottom and work up. First off, boots are the same, painted slightly different. Rope, painted slightly different. One has his shirt off with some hair on the chest. This other one has this horrible painted on shirt that just didn't work out for him very well. The heads are totally different. I love the bearded head. This head sucks because when you get too lazy to sculpt a brand new head on a toy, that just doesn't say much for you. And that's why I'm saying this Thor set, man, they really dropped the ball. This is a different body though. I know it looks real similar, but it is a new body. I'm pretty sure the legs are the same. A lot of other parts are the same. Looks like the feet are the same. Then I got him over here next to King Thor. I went ahead and pulled out all three of them because all three of them have the same exact weapon. If you look at these two weapons, basically the stick is painted different and the little leather wrap is painted a little different. They got kind of cheap on this one. If you look at these two together, it's really small compared to the big one. Like, I love kind of like the battle damage, like the scratches on the blade. They actually took the time to sculpt in wood grain. I mean, it's pretty good, but these ones are just much better. Alright, so the detail on this head, they really killed it. Like, I love how they did the beard on him. The hairy chest actually worked out pretty good. And yeah, it looks like a kid made that face out of like Play-Doh or something. It's just not working out for him. Turn the figures around. You see the cape. This one's actually painted really cool. This one is, I mean, it's not bad, but I definitely like this one a little bit better. Same cape, has a little flap on it, the same. This thing, I mean, if you got this Thor box set, like this Thor set is just really falling apart. This is kind of like what the Marvel Legends Raft box set did last year. Like, it was really cool, and then it fell apart. Well, the Thor set is what's falling apart in this one, like, because it just gets worse and worse as you go. So here he is. I think they killed this figure. I'm really happy to get an unworthy Thor. If you're gonna make a young Thor, maybe you should use like a skinnier body, not quite so buff. Don't use the same body. It just shows how lazy you are. Alright, so I pulled out these figures for an obvious comparison. First off, you got the Abomination over here, Build-A-Figure, and then you got the Abomination Raft Rip-Off figure. Over here you have the Rhino Build-A-Figure, and then you have the Ulik, an amazing reuse of a body. So you get new feet, new hands, a new chest plate, new head, and then you get the new fur on there. So they reused a lot of the same parts, but for this figure, it really works. Alright, so as far as the head sculpt goes, they really nailed it. Like, that thing is perfect. It's painted nice and clean. This chest plate that they did over him, like his armor, they killed it. With these sculpted scales on here, they didn't just paint him on. He's got like a little crack in here. So they really took some time on that. Just these dang holes, man. Like, it's just, I wish they could have filled them or something, because it kind of doesn't ruin the figure for me, but they definitely stand out. The hands are cool with like this brass knuckles on there. The back of them, just really well done. I love that sheen to that green. Really works nice. Like, this is a great figure in my collection. Alright, so for a comparison, I went ahead and pulled out his son and his grandson. And this Thor figure, he's one of my favorite figures. Like, they really did a good job on that toy. But this isn't about him. This is about his grandfather, so let's check him out. Okay, so here's Grandpa, and I don't really know how this works. I don't know if like the Asgardian women just can't hold the gene that good, or if they're like sleeping with other women and having these kids, because basically the grandpa is the toughest, and then Odin's the second toughest, his son, and then his grandson Thor is like the third toughest. So when Thor has kids, they're going to be weaker and weaker and weaker. So I'm not real sure what's going on with the gene there, but it's just getting watered down. So this toy is amazing. Like, I love the shield on here. You got tons of options. You can take it out of his hand, you can clip it on his arm, or you can plug it on his back in this hole right here, which is really cool. I don't really like it on his back that much. Like, it's kind of cool. I actually think it looks better on his arm, because it covers up all this amazing paint that they took the time to do. Like, they painted the buckles. The sculpt on this toy is amazing. Like, I can't tell if they reuse parts on this thing or not, and it doesn't really matter, because if they reuse parts and they sculpt this much shit and stick it on there, it's like a brand new toy. He comes with this really cool axe, tons of battle damage on that, and I'm just like total nerdwood right now because we finally got, you know, Thor's grandpa. I love this figure. Let's check them all out. Alright, some overall thoughts on this box set. It's like, you're going to think that I got it for free. Wait a second, I did get it for free, but that was like an accident how I got it for free. That will probably never happen again. This is the best fucking box set they have ever did. 5 brand new, first time ever characters. And a lot of them are much needed. Like, we really needed a lot of these characters. Granted, they already remade her, but this one's better than the one that they remade. So I think that brings down the Thor set, not the box set. And this one, they already well, I guess he is different. Like, this is Unworthy, and that's kind of young Thor. But it's amazing. Like, I just can't believe it's like you get like almost 2 build-ems in this set. It's basically like $100 plus tax. Really good set. You got to pick this thing up. I mean, I'm just really digging it. So there's the whole set. Sorry the video was so long. Thanks for watching.